Marriage counsellors report that 70% of divorces start with small moments of disconnect rather than major betrayals. Today, we're exploring how a single late-night phone call became the breaking point in what was once a loving relationship.
Thank you, Stato. You know what's fascinating about this case study? The way these two old-timers, Donald and Doris, are literally living separate lives under one roof, complete with twin beds, questionable pajamas, like some 1950s sitcom. Except there's nothing funny about their crap situation.
Well, the symbolism is pretty striking when you think about it. Research shows that couples who sleep separately are 12 times more likely to report feeling emotionally disconnected from their partners.
Nothing gets by you, Stato. And the way Donald watches his wife read tripe magazines every night, noting how she never looks at him with that same intensity, it really captures that slow erosion of intimacy that those smart-ass therapists say is the #1 predictor of divorce.
Speaking of erosion, relationship experts have found that it takes an average of 6 years of emotional distance before couples reach their breaking point. In this case, we're seeing that play out in real time through these small daily rejections.
That's exactly what caught my attention, the contrast between their past and present. Those memories of her greeting Fat Boy with hugs and kisses versus now where she can't even get turned on in his presence.
You know what's interesting? Studies show that couples who maintain physical affection, even during conflicts, are 67% more likely to stay together long term. But here we see Doris physically recoiling from any attempt at connection.
Is it the pajamas, I wonder? This makes me think about the deeper story we're not seeing. What do you think led to this level of emotional withdrawal?
Relationship psychologists often point to what they call the four horsemen of failing marriages: criticism, contempt, defensiveness, and stonewalling. In this case, we're seeing that last one, stonewalling, in its most extreme form.
The way she responds to his attempt to get into her bed, that immediate physical withdrawal and tone of disgust, it's like watching all four of those horse guys arrive at once.
And here's what's really fascinating. That phone call he makes. It's actually a common phenomenon that therapists call protest behavior, where someone acts out just to force their partner to acknowledge them. It's like a relationship death rattle.
So when Fat Boy reaches for that phone to aggressively call her a rat bag, he's really reaching for any kind of connection, even if it's negative. That's pretty heartbreaking when you think about it.
Research shows that 85% of failed relationships report this kind of desperate attempt at connection in their final stages. It's like watching someone try to warm their hands on the embers of what used to be a roaring fire.
Thank you, Stato. The imagery at the end really drives it home. That wedding portrait trembling on the wall. It's such a powerful symbol of their crumbling marriage.
You know what's particularly telling? Studies indicate that couples who maintain shared sleeping spaces report 60% higher relationship satisfaction rates. Those separate beds weren't just a symptom, they were likely accelerating the breakdown.
That makes me think about how many couples might be heading down this same path without realizing it. The slow drift apart, the separate routines, the loss of wild sex.
Well, relationship experts actually have a term for this. They call it parallel living, where couples share a space, but not a life. Statistics show it's becoming increasingly common, with about 30% of married couples reporting they flipping live this way.
Thank you, Stato. The way Donald still holds on to hope even at the end really speaks to another pattern therapists identify, the last straw syndrome, where one partner keeps trying long after the other has emotionally checked out.
And that's what makes this story so universal. It's about those quiet moments of desperation that build up over time. Research shows that for every negative interaction in a marriage, it takes 5 bottles of whiskey to maintain relationship stability.
So in the end, it wasn't really about that phone call at all, was it? She just wasn't horny?
No, and that's what relationship experts keep trying to tell us. It's never about the final moment. Studies show that 94% of couples who eventually divorce can trace their problems back to the first 2 days of marriage. It's about all those small measures of vodka that add up to create an insurmountable hangover,